Let's tune in, y'all. This one is a good one.
To the roll call. Very well, then. Mr. Clerk, public comments now.
The council will now begin the public comment period, which is limited to a maximum of 30 minutes. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. Speakers cannot yield or transfer their time to another speaker. Any written comments that have been submitted will be posted and made available for automatic review. Our first speaker today is Lisa Bowden.
Lisa Bowden is not present.
Our next speaker is George Blakemore.
Good morning to my black people here. This is disgraceful. This is Black History Month, and I see some of our beautiful ladies having on these African garments. You don't show your blackness by how you dress. You show your blackness by how you vote. And some of you voted for sanctuary. If anybody needs sanctuary, black people need it. Now this over here, they very disrespectful. Michelle Harris and all of them just talking while I'm talking. They are part of the problem. The black people have issues because you have poor black leadership. And
Yo, my man came up there like OG uncle and just started laying down the smoke. Every city council member there. The people in Chicago are pissed. And we already know how Chicago people are, especially the blacks, man. They get violent over there. They get really violent. But kudos to this man for coming up to the stage and letting the mayor know how he feels.
And Reverend Woo Woo got somebody up here praying for us. Just pray your way off this plantation. Pray your way into reparation. This is disgraceful. No boycott. No black, empty seats of black people. When it was packed with these illegal immigrants and packed with these white Jews and white Arabs. Where are the black people? The ancestors hate you.
Ooh.
They never knew that you were going to turn out like you are and do what you're doing. You're disgraceful. The miseducation of the black man, Carter G. Woodson said, the miseducation of the black man. And what kind of man did they make on the plantation? Use your imagination. It started with an end. We got to purge ourselves of that and become strong black men and women. You got no representation. Black faces in high places, but no representation. It's sad. Look at here. This place should be packed with black people. You have no pride. You're disgraceful. You to the ancestors. If Dr. King could see this, Malcolm X and all our heroes and sheroes, and Harriet Tubman said, I could have freed no blacks if they knew they were slaves. Don't you know we're still on the plantation? Don't let this fool you. Don't go there. You're not like these white aldermen. You're not like these Hispanic aldermen. You're not like the Asian aldermen. You're a black alderman. And remember your blackness. Remember where you came from and how you got here. And you haven't got over, looking back, how I got over. You haven't got over the legacy of slavery. You're still on this white man's plantation in a high place.
Mr. Blakemore, thank you very much for your comments.
I gotta say this first. This man got up there and started preaching. You could see the energy that this man was having. But really, what I want to bring forth to y'all is, when is black people in Chicago gonna start talking about black crime in Chicago? They're so mad about the migrants, but they ain't mad when we killing each other out there on the streets. They ain't that mad. It don't seem like they mad because they can't afford housing, but they ain't mad when another black kid dies from gun violence. Let's continue though.
Our next speaker is Tawan Sims.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. I find it courageous the way the man speak. I know y'all think it's entertaining, and a lot of us will bow our heads to it because we convicted by it. But we losing in this city, black people. I'm the young black man that love black people. I'm the young black man that's wild about black people. But I'm also the young black man in this city that's being underserved, mistreated, and just basically made to be invisible. I've been attacked in this city, shot multiple times. I've been pushed to the side by law enforcement. For what reason, I don't know. I'm attacked by judges. For what reason, I don't know. I guess it's for speaking up for black people. That's the only thing I could think about. But we just received new representation in Brandon Johnson. I was like, yeah, we got a smart black man in the school board, all these little different things. I was like, yeah. But then I think about other things. So to speak about what, I'm from Rogers Park. I'm from the north side for 30 years. I'm sure most of you all are here about Palino or East Rogers Park and not understand how can that be a part of the north side of Chicago? Multiple murders, unsolved. My brother was killed in 1995. His name is Walter Sims. I have not had a follow-up call. There was a young man murdered,
That's
a
sad.
few months ago, when the yellow line crashed. His name is Kenneth. He was murdered by a young man named Kamari. I know both of these young kids.
That's sad.
Friends murdered, but one of them is going to get off because the charges that were filed against him were dropped. So the city is showing us that black lives don't matter, or black life does not matter to it. And we're being condemned in this sense.
You see, the sad part about that situation, in those situations, it was black on black violence. That's the thing that we refuse to keep bringing to the front of the congregation. And it's because we like to shift the blame and put it on, oh, it's police. Oh, it's white supremacy. Oh, it's the situation that they're put in. But at the end of the day, it's up to us to stop this violence. They can't stop it. We got to.
We're being forgotten in that thought. So I'm the young black man, Tawan Sims, that love black people and want to see some type of resolve in it. Some reparation, maybe. Some understanding, hopefully. These are our electeds. We got Maria Haddon, Alderman Bill in the far south side. Everybody that should feel responsible. Everybody lining their pockets, everybody getting something out of it. Everybody, except for the people. So we ask, honestly, wholeheartedly, when do we get the consideration? When? Honestly, I'm from your Ward 49th. We got a congressional woman been in the office for 24 years. When do we get some consideration? No, don't shake your head, Maria, because I've been hitting you up for the last few weeks. I'm sleeping in the 24th district, woman, and you still ain't, please. But sorry, y'all.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is Jessica Jackson.
Let's continue though, man. We're gonna give our opinion on what's going on with these people. She got her notebook.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm sure everybody knows about a movie, Scarface, right? It's a classic, Al Pacino, right? Everybody knows about that movie. And we focus on the famous lines in that movie. The acting and the hello to my little friend and all that. But it's the beginning of that movie that matters. When those words are coming up on that screen, that's what matters. And those words say, in May of 1980, Fidel Castro opened the harbor at Muriel, Cuba, with the apparent intention of letting some of his people joined their relatives in the United States. Within 72
That's true.
hours, 3,000 U.S. boats were headed for Cuba. It soon became evident that Castro was forcing the boat owners to carry back with them not only their relatives, but the dregs of his jails. Of that 125,000 refugees that landed in Florida, an estimated 25,000 had criminal records. That's what's up. That's what has happened in the United States right now.
It's
All
true.
this asylum seeking lie, all this about refugees. No. What's happening is they're emptying out the dregs of their jails into the United States, into our communities. They're junking up our country. And yeah, we feel
Talk
some
that
kind of way
talk
about it
then.
because it's our country. It's our country. People like Vasquez and them, look how disrespectful they are. Now, you just gave that man a resolution for his father's restaurant. And every time we get up and talk, he's working this room. Look at him. Look at him. But he wants his resolution for his father to be respected. Vasquez, Lopez, all them want their people to be respected, but they can't even give us the dignity for what we built. But them, ain't no question about it. Yeah, Black History Month, the American descendants of slavery. And I want you to know, Brandon Johnson, I understand what Breakmore's saying about we still on the plantation, but what you're looking at right now, this is what a free Negro look like. And I'm telling you, we're going to get our city back. We're going to stand for our people. We're going to get them out of our communities because they don't deserve to be there. Anytime they can't give us 3 lousy minutes of their attention while we sit here and watch y'all get them all kind of money, you watch us. We Black out here, and we're going to handle our business. You watch that. I'm a
Jeez.
free Black woman. This how we get down.
This how we get down. Sheesh. It's hot in there. Mayor Johnson, step out the room because it's getting heated. Let me know how y'all feel about this down in the comments below. But my goodness, she seems like she's about to shoot up the place. She's ready for war. It's a war outside. Chirac versus the migrants. Hey, man, stay out of Chicago. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much for your comments.
Jeez.
Our next speaker is Zoe Lee.
Wow.
I'm going to start with the words of Desmond Yancey. This behavior is not only acceptable, it is an indication that he is unfit for leadership. Majority of the people sitting on city council is unfit for leadership. And I know this is not the same Yancey that didn't vote censure Carlos Ramirez Rosa because they would weaponize you. None of you public servants cannot afford to be arguing and fighting like children when it's a whole war outside. Let's get into it. It's 68,000 Chicagoans that are homeless. Majority of them are Black. Our Black kids are running rampant out here, record carjackings, record auto theft, and robberies. Downtown has 3 to 4 illegal families on every block begging for work and selling Kit Kat bars after $1 billion was spent on them. Where is that money? Where is the money for the South Side and the West Side communities? That should be the argument. It's 20 Black aldermen and women and a lot of upset Black constituents who voted y'all in. So run into the white media outlets who won't even run a story about stolen properties being taken in our communities, the displacement of elder people, the mass illegal evictions happening on the South Side, and the massive bed bug problem that the Chicago Public Housing Authority has had and is not being addressed. When it's a Chicago bed bug ordinance that is supposed to charge the landlord $2,000 per day. So
I would move out of Chicago immediately if I lived in Chicago. I would leave it in the past. To me, Chicago's a dead city. It's gone so far downhill. Crime is running rampant over there. It's a war zone outside. And clearly, their mayor, who is also a Black man, does not care to try to fix the issues that the actual people of Chicago are looking to have fixed. Instead, they're putting all their resources into the migrants.
just like the Latino, all the people in here that stick together, it should be the same with the Blacks. And lastly, when are you going to find a floor leader? It's been 3 months. That should be another argument. We also will be voting no to bring Chicago home on March 19th. And Mayor Johnson, glad to hear you decided not to ask City Council to approve not another dollar for the illegals. If the crisis is so bad, the City Council members who are so concerned should donate their salaries to the cause like a real public servant should. Happy fucking Black History.
We
Happy
just want to
Floyd.
remind that speakers are reminded that people of all ages are listening to the public comments, and we ask that you please refrain and respect the others and refrain from personal attacks or using profanity. Thank you very much.
Don't know how to use your words, bro.
Our next speaker is Michael
You have
Young
to swear?
Bay.
Let's continue, man.
May I have your undivided attention, please?
Yes, you do. Good morning.
Okay. Because when someone's speaking up at this mic, shouldn't the alderman be talking or having no sidebar or nothing? That also is in y'all rules. Just as well as when the vote is on the table, or you're doing a roll call, shouldn't nobody be leaving in and out? But that happened during the Emmett incident. You see, y'all not respecting the rules, and so you're not respecting the public. And as the chairman, the mayor should be calling y'all out. That's what a chairman do. He don't sit back and allow y'all to break the rules. Because if we do something that you don't like, then you want to call the police. You want to have a person removed. You see, what we've been speaking about is about reparations. We've been down here speaking about fair wages. We've been speaking about the homeless of our people. And for the most part, it's been falling on deaf ear. It's been falling on deaf.
Y'all need more than reparations. Y'all need Jesus. Reparations ain't gonna help y'all, man. Reparations is not gonna help nothing. There's still too much crime going on in Chicago. That's not gonna help. It's just gonna cause more crime, more people mad. Because now you guys or black people get free money. Now the Asians is gonna be looking at us like, yo, we deserve money too. Or the Hispanics is gonna be looking at, and the whites is gonna be looking at us like, how come they get free money but we don't get free money? Then everybody gonna be looking for free money.
Deaf ear. You can say I prophesied this day, because yesterday for the members that was here, I say it'll be us 3 plus 1. So Joey here today. And I gave honors to Greg Mitchell. And today I give honors to Haddon, for hearing my wife, for helping, assisting, Jeanette Taylor, for bringing us in her office to hear our plea. Also to Yancey. I give high honors to him too for assisting me, etc. We have to show more love and unity amongst each other, because it's a bigger fight out here. It's a real big fight because, I'm actually experiencing all these things. They say they gave migrants $9,000. Damn, they let us go all the way months to get in court to where our bill ran up to $9,000. We came down here. I gave you a hard drive with every information on there, Mayor Johnson, and you still haven't met with me and my wife. What's going on? Why you can't meet with us and the discrimination that was happening to us? Y'all be talking this stuff about the children and stuff. It started over Salvation Army discriminating against my child, a 5-year-old child. Well, at the time, 3. Broke my daughter hard that she can't go to the class that they had in the Salvation Army. She was crying for weeks. She have a delay right now because of that, because my daughter don't like just toys. Her number one thing is education at school. You see, I've been fighting a lot with the nonsense that's been going on. Then I come down here and it's the nonsense. And City Hall supposed to be something sacred. But yet y'all got somebody pastoring, sound like he running for a campaign.
Thank you very much, sir, for your comments.
The people of Chicago have spoken. I don't know how I feel too much about the reparations. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that we have no excuse to be out there grinding working hard and going for the bag. I believe that reparations is just another handout. Another handout for people who don't want to be putting in the work. Honestly, honestly. I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired of people begging for reparations because I don't think that's going to solve any type of problem in the black community. You give blacks more money, you give us more money, especially the violent ones, the crime people of Chicago. You give them more money, there's gonna be what? More drugs. There's gonna be more weapons. And there's gonna be more shootings, more jealousness. All that stuff is gonna happen. All that stuff is gonna happen. I would like for the Chicago people, and I may not live in Chicago, but I do care about black people. I would like for y'all to focus y'all attention on all the teenage murders and teenage shootings and violence that is going on in y'all community.